Roger Deakins is one of the best cinematographers ever. So one day, when things were slow for me, I challenged myself to match one of his face shots from a film called The Goldfinch. I shot this with my red Komodo OG and Zeiss CP2 50mm Superspeed Cine lens. Here's what I ended up with. Here is a BTS breakdown photo showing the gear used. And here is a BTS set walkthrough. So first we'll talk about the key light, which is a 4x frame with a sheet of very inexpensive muslin and the 50-degree grid. So that's the diffusion frame. If you look just behind it, you'll see that I have a 3x2 ultra bounce, which is bouncing the light from the 600X. So the 600X into the ultra bounce, and then that comes through this muslin, which then hits the key side right here. Now, lots of spill. This bounce is going to spill everywhere on the back wall, unless you A, have a grid, because right here is about the wall's perspective, so you can see already most of it's blocked from the grid, but also here. See all that light? It just hung a duvetine sheet right here, which completely stops any spill hitting the back wall. So that's the key light. And then the backlight here is just a simple light dome rigged up with an overhead rig pointing down on the back. That took a lot of tinkering, and since I'm alone, it's kind of hard to tweak it too much, but I think I nailed it. So that's the backlight, and then the fill, super gentle fill, is just a 200X bouncing into the muslin. Now it's hitting the left side on purpose because I can't really move it any further that way without a huge headache. And if it hit the center here, then it wrapped too much. So I ended up just pointing it at the left half, and the wrap is pretty much identical to the inspiration that we're going for. Back here, we got a puck light, and then a Godox light tube and light tube. They're all at the same temperature. Up here, I have a practical lamp that I'm going to keep on just for a little bit of ambient fill. And then I have a tube light there with a pool noodle to just give us a little bit of fill on the back shelf here. So one more thing is, again, the problem of spill was solved by rigging up the duvetine sheet right here so that all that light that's hitting that muslin doesn't come over here and pollute all this area. So that's there. And then we have the negative fill here, which I'm actually going to swing this way. And then the negative fill here, which I do have to bridge that up. But basically you want black all the way to the camera, black all the way to the camera. That will keep the shadow section clean. Also, I have to get a black sound blanket here because there's a ton of bounce coming up from the floor, and I didn't see that in the sample.